Uvalde Radio, good morning. Robert Miguel here with you. 2 for Tuesday, doing double shots of some of your favorite artists, and a lot of cool stuff happening this week in Uvalde and the surrounding areas. But a big event happening tomorrow is the Grand Re-opening, I'm not sure which way to say that correctly, of Broadway 830, downtown Uvalde, everybody's favorite artisan pizza and cold craft beer place. And with me to talk about it and kind of give us a preview as to what to expect, on the phone from Skyway Entertainment, Victoria Dühring.
Oh, I get an applause of one.
Yes.
Thank you. Maybe more applause out there on the radio waves. But I will tell you that I did Google it, and it is officially a Grand Re-opening.
Grand Re-opening of Broadway 830 tomorrow. Now, this has been kind of a long time coming, and we got to unpack this because you guys were a game changer here in Uvalde, especially in the downtown district. I mean, it's a really kind of more of an upscale experience than Uvalde has had in the past. However, not out of reach, or off budget for somebody, the working man either, so we've always been really ecstatic since Broadway 830 came to town. Give us, I guess, a quick brief overview of what Broadway 830 serves, their base. We know it's pizza, but give us a little bit more detail on that.
Yeah, so primarily we are a pizza restaurant and your favorite bar. But we do have, of course, salads and pastas and some appetizers, and our chicken wings are very popular. Mm-hmm. And then we do throughout the year some specialty events involving oysters that have been very popular. But yeah, primarily we're pizza and beer.
So let's go ahead and get into it because you guys are having your grand reopening tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Is that right? Before we get into all the details? Is that when you guys are opening?
It's 11 a.m., and we're going to kick it off with our ribbon cutting from the Chamber of Commerce, and our doors will be back open again.
Let's go ahead and go back to why you closed in the first place, because you guys put up some really clever banners. We didn't start the fire. For those who don't know, probably, I guess there was, a little bit of an electrical fire? Or give us the backstory as to what exactly happened for those inquiring minds that want to know.
Yes, well, we do actually have it on video, and I think it's kind of funny because I thought I was being facetious or kind of funny saying we didn't start the fire, but turns out there was actually a rumor that it was done on purpose, and I can testify that I saw the video. It was not done on purpose.
Oh my! People gonna talk, haters gonna hate, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, but no. So we definitely would never want to purposely close Broadway down, especially for the length of time and the damage that we sustained. Uh-huh. So I saw the video the next morning whenever it had all come out that it had happened, and went over there and walked through the glass myself. So the point of sale system, primarily for the whole entire restaurant, was there by the bar. And your iPad, phones, all sorts of things have lithium batteries in them. Well, I don't know. I mean, people leave your phones plugged in, things like this. You can Google reports of where people have had their phones underneath their pillows, and they sleep with it like that, and it gets so hot and catches light.
Yeah.
When people are sleeping in their beds. So that's essentially what happened, but thankfully it was 2 o'clock in the morning. No one is in the restaurant at all, but it caused an electrical short into the outlet that was plugged in there. And you just see a little spark, and then just gigantic flames. And it pretty much just, thankfully, the liquor bottles, our amazing fire department got there so quickly. They knocked in 3 different doors, got in there, got it all shut down. But the liquor bottles, they got hot, and they were all ruined by smoke damage, but they didn't catch a light or anything. But we did sustain an immense amount of damage.
Wow. I mean, yeah, the potential there for all that liquor there because that's basically gasoline, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, literally pouring gasoline on the fire. And real quick, let's do that. Quick shout out to the Uvalde Volunteer Fire Department. Always, on it. Always quick on the beat to take care of the town. So the fire happens again, 2 a.m. When did you get the call? How did it all, because, you're a big part of the company representing them and whatnot. Well, how did that day unfold for you?
So I woke up in the morning about 5 a.m. to a missed call on my cell phone from Richard Williams. And it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, so when my phone came off or when I took it off, I was like, that's very strange. Like, would Richard, accidentally pocket dial me 2 o'clock in the morning? Not sure what happened there. And I thought maybe something was up. And then, sure enough, a few hours later, I get word from Mark Espinosa that, yes, there was, he'd been there since about 5 in the morning, and there was Mark Huffstetler, and there was a massive fire that had happened. So, and we are so incredibly thankful for our local Uvalde Volunteer Fire Department, and are actually presenting them with a donation. So we're thankful.
Wow, very cool. All right, well, we got to talk more about that as well too. So nobody was hurt. What was I guess the worst part of the damage to the structure?
Well, the flame damage, like actual fire damage, was sustained to mostly the bar top and like the bar stools and all of the stuff behind the working part of the bar, not the back part, but the front part. And then smoke damage and ash damage pretty much it's amazing how like all the air conditioning had to be redone. So like that was a huge part of the project. But then equipment, the pizza oven. I mean, there was a lot of smoke damage too.
Wow.
I mean, all the liquor had to be damaged. And then while we had it shut down, we were like, well, not we, but rather the Marks. They were like, we're going to take this opportunity to bring back Broadway better than ever and do some of the things that we would like to have had the opportunity to do before. So as far as new things that you can expect, the layout is very much the same. There's been pretty much little to no change in the layout and flow of the restaurant. However, decor-wise, you are going to notice some things that have been changed. The biggest thing is the floor. The floor is amazing. I'm not going to tell you what it looks like, but it's super cool. We also have new plateware because, I mean, like I said, due to smoke damage, most of our equipment was damaged, including our dinnerware.
Wow.
So there's new flatware and plateware. The biggest aesthetic change is to the front courtyard by far. The front courtyard feels completely different. It's amazing. I love what the front courtyard looks like, and we're just going to have to wait on the general public's answer as far as how they like what it looks like, but we did do some murals in there, and I happen to think they're amazing. We can talk about them if you want to. I'll tell you what the murals look like.
Give us as much as you can, because some people will be able to get there soon. Some people will just have to fight the crowds and maybe wait for a while. So, as much information as you're willing to divulge. Let's talk about those murals.
Okay. So we went back and forth on many different design theme concepts for the front courtyard. I mean, there's none of them. We weren't feeling them. And we wanted it to be like not boring. We wanted it to bring like life. We wanted it to be like a conversation piece, but we wanted it to be a testament to Uvalde without it being the same old stuff over and over again. And so I came up with me and Mark Espinosa. So a lot of our menu items are named after like local cultural things and folklore specifically.
Yeah, Southwest Texas kind of. Yeah, it's a very kind of creative Southwest Texas themed stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like we have La Migra, we have El Gringo, we have the Chupacabra. Okay, so I was like, well, what if we went with the folklore and we did like a Chupacabra and the Lechuza and the Llorona. And so that's what we did.
That's fantastic. Oh, so cool.
But in like a lively way. Like not scary at all. It's pretty much like a fiesta version of all three of those stories. So I think it's awesome. Now, the Llorona pretty much is instead more like a Dia de los Muertos, like a lady. I wanted it to be that story, but it's more of just a woman. But yeah.
Now, as far as the artist or the whoever put this together for you guys, who did you guys hire? We
went through a design process, and different artists that pitched us different concepts throughout the different designs that we were coming up with, and ultimately we settled on Dan Terry, who is wonderful, and he had done our Rexall mural previously. But while portraiture has been done in murals since we've done our Rexall murals and, like, amazing portrait artists, portraiture is not primarily, like, his forte. It's really, like, landscape artistry.
Right.
So giving him this type of design pitch with the folklore characters, which is kind of cartoony, he did an amazing job with it. So we're very happy.
It's kind of more in his wheelhouse. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing that and sitting out there in the front. I spend most of my time when I go to Broadway inside or on the north side patio where the music is usually. So I look forward to spending some time. These murals are on the south side, right, near Maine?
Yes, it's the south side patio, but we call that the front courtyard, and the north side one we call the back courtyard. Now, we do have a lot of changes coming for the back courtyard, but those have not really been implemented yet. We've been focused on getting back open and doing all the changes to the inside. So
obviously some great changes on the inside. Let's go ahead and talk about the menu. I know that over the last 5 years or so, the menu has changed, tweaked and a little here and there over the years. Are there any major menu changes, any new additions, or any subtractions that are noteworthy?
So Broadway, I looked it up, and we actually opened in December 2018.
Okay.
And throughout that time, the menu we've taken some things on, taken some things off. I know people still want to see the Killer Bee back on the menu item. They took that off, and maybe that'll come back. But one thing that they added on, so they did the pizza rolls was a new addition a few months ago. Ooh. And then on this menu, I know that they've added in a berry Moscato cheesecake, which they did anyway, so that's a big new item. And then there's a few other ones on there too, but I'll let y'all discuss.
That's very, very cool. Okay, so it's always nice to kind of peruse the new menu and see what's going on. And as far as the bar, any changes on the layout or the vibe of the bar, or was that pretty much just kind of fixed in the same style? So
it is still in that L shape, but it is a little bigger, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, there's all new tabletops. I believe that there's new bar stools. The dinnerware was a big one for me. Mm-hmm. I am super excited. I haven't even seen the new plateware, so I'm really excited to see that.
Well, very good. It sounds very exciting. So let's go and get into all the details about it. Again, the Grand Re-opening, Broadway A30, and that's at 100 East Main Street. If I'm not mistaken, opening up at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Give us details about the ribbon cutting with the Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce.
They're going to show up at 11 a.m. We're going to get the big scissors, and we're going to cut the ribbon and take a picture, and then we're going to eat some pizza.
Nice. Very, very good. All right, so be sure and look for photos from the big ribbon cutting on the Broadway A30 Facebook page. I'm sure the Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce will also have that. Are you guys working now, since we're talking to you and you represent Skyway Entertainment? Let's talk about this real briefly. As far as the employees, during that gap, so several months that your Broadway A30 employees, didn't have a place to go, but I know I saw some familiar faces out at Hangar 6 Air Cafe and at Rexall. What was that like, kind of reassigning or redistributing, trying to keep your employees, still employed?
They loved it, I think. It was definitely a change of pace for a lot of them. But I think that it was very beneficial for them to kind of cross-train throughout our different units and be able to work with team members they, had maybe known that worked for the company before, but they hadn't worked closely with. So I think it was kind of, what is this? The phrase "steel sharpens steel."
Yeah.
It was, I think, really great for them to kind of get different experiences in a different atmosphere, and they enjoyed it, I believe.
It's kind of like a forced team-building exercise that kind of benefits you guys in the long run. Very good. Well, while we're at it, let's go ahead and go ahead and talk about Skyway Entertainment. Of course, it's Broadway A30, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, Uvalde Rexall, the Sweet Live Candy Shop and Arcade. And then you've got the Local Fix and the Local Fix on the Go. Give us some quick updates as to how those other properties, restaurants are going.
They are going amazingly well. We have recently brought on a new executive chef who is he's amazing, and he's over there at the Hangar and is also overseeing all the other menus. And 2023 is going to be a big year full of changes for us, and you're definitely going to see that come out because he has just a wonderful eye for all different things and is very efficient, and I'm very excited to have him on the team. And then, of course, the Local Fix. Everyone has seen the construction that's being done around there, and I believe around about 6 months ago or so, they did post a rendering of the Local Fix 2.0, what that building is going to look like.
Wow.
However, I know that there is some changes coming to that rendering as well, even bigger and better exciting things for that. So that corner of Uvalde, that whole little corner half block that it is going to be, you're going to see a lot of changes in that this year as well, so that's exciting.
Well, obviously, we're really excited about all the culinary, aspects of what Skyway Entertainment does. But you guys also do a lot of really great events. You mentioned, the oyster stuff, and then you guys have, crawfish boils and live music, at Broadway and Hangar and whatnot. I know you guys put on a really fantastic block party last year. Any plans, calendar-wise, for 2023 that you guys would like to bring back, maybe some of your flagship events or things that you guys are going to delve into in the future?
We are definitely going to do the block party again. So if anyone has any recommendations or requests or bands to bring in for that, let us know. But we're definitely doing the block party again. We'll do crawfish again, but only one date for this year. We will do oysters again, probably 3 dates at Broadway. And the corporate cup event, we're going to do that again. And then we're going to make our Halloween event way bigger and better, hopefully.
Fantastic. Well, great stuff. Again, we've had Victoria here on the phone from Skyway Entertainment, getting the scoop on the Grand Grand, I never know to say or Grand
That's
first.
Right.
Grand Re-opening of Broadway 830, which is tomorrow, Wednesday. They open up at 11 o'clock. Don't miss the Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and that ribbon cutting ceremony as well. And Victoria, any final thoughts, any information we need to know about this as we celebrate the return of Broadway 830?
We are just so thankful to be opening back up again. We're thankful for our fire department. We're thankful for all of our team members and employees that stuck with us. And we're mostly thankful to live and work in Uvalde and be able to open back up to our community, and are thankful for everyone who chooses to dine with us.
Well, thanks again for the update, Victoria. We really appreciate it, and we will see you guys tomorrow, lunchtime at Broadway 830, okay?
Yes, and if it's not then, because it's going to be busy,
right.
Over the course of the next few weeks, we are going to be accepting reservations by basic messenger or by phone call. So there's a limited number of reservations they're going to take because they want to keep a lot of it walk-in traffic. But if you want to make sure that you and your party get to see it, you can always try to make a reservation.
And again, best ways to find Broadway 830, I'm sure Facebook Broadway 830 and the website Broadway830.com. Any other information that you want to put out there?
No, we are super excited to be back open.
All right. Well, I'm sure you got a whole bunch of work ahead of you for the next 24 hours, so I appreciate you checking in with us this morning here on Uvalde Radio. We're going to get back into 2 for Tuesday, double shots, some of your favorite artists. This is UvaldeRadio.net. And Victoria, thank you again.
Thank you. Good morning.